Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm gonna be continuing on the other video that I made about how to get the most free diamonds, and today we'll be going over what to spend on and what to not spend your diamonds on, and I'll be giving some tips on spending coins and materials and how to get them. So let's get started. So the first thing I would not recommend spending your diamonds on is anything having to do with speeding anything up or refreshing. So that would mean, for example, refreshing the items in the normal shop. This could be for clothing or consumables. And I would also not recommend spending any diamonds on buying stamina or on buying coins. Since it's just a really bad value. There is an achievement, however, for buying stamina right here, so you have to check that out if you don't have that yet. But after that, I would not recommend spending any diamonds if it's not for the achievement. Other things can include refreshing for Lovecraft. So for example, buying here, I used it earlier, but it goes up. So first it's like 10 diamonds, 20, then 30, so it's not worth it. You can just wait it out. So next up is Lucky Jerry. I would not recommend spending diamonds on here. Depending on your VIP level, it can cost between 800 and 1000 diamonds to do a 10 pool, and you can get tickets anywhere over time by playing. So I wouldn't recommend spending diamonds on here because Lucky Jerry is going to be there always. Doesn't matter if you do it now or in like a month or 3 months or a year. It's always going to be there. The items will always stay at the same place. Next up, something I wasted a lot of diamonds on myself is on the cats. So in order to get more cats, you need to breed them, which you can speed up with diamonds. Don't do this, just wait it out, be patient. The higher the level of cats, the longer it's going to take us. So it can take up to like 3 days, but just be patient. Like, there's enough other things to do, just wait it out. And there is an option to buy extra slots. So first I think it's about like 200 and 500 and then 1000. And then once you get to 1500 per slot for the cat, it's just going to stay that. So it's not really worth buying more and more. I spend a lot of diamonds on, for example, refreshing this. Not worth it. Just get another cat. Just feed to another cat. Just have a few. And it would be nice to get a few high level cats. But after that, don't spend any money on speeding it up. Or, for example, the fast travel here. Speed up. Only use the bells if you have them. But don't use your diamonds because you can just wait this out as well. Next up, in the game center, don't buy any extra moves. You can watch ads 3 times a day, which I recommend doing if you're playing, but don't spend any diamonds because the reason you're mostly playing the mini games is to get more materials and diamonds, so it's not useful to spend this much on even one move. So just play it all out, keep it a schedule when it's going to be refreshed, and just check in later in the day to play again because this is just not a great value, not worth it. And then lastly, what I don't recommend doing is buying with diamonds on frames or profile pictures. Since the latest update, you can get profile pictures from completing a story on 100%, so there's way many profile pictures now. And if you're gonna spend, I would rather go for the coin one, even though they're quite expensive as well, but not the diamond one because they can go up to like 750. Same for the frames. You can have frames for coins or for diamonds, which you don't need it because it's just cosmetic and it's not adding anything except for just for the view, so I don't recommend doing this. Now I'm gonna get into what I do recommend you spending on. So first off, I would recommend spending blueprints on your current story. Sometimes to complete a story, you can buy blueprints in the store. For every story there are blueprints, and you don't need every one of them, but sometimes you need an item to complete a level or another item to craft another item, which I do recommend getting. This is worth your diamonds. Eventually you're gonna wanna have to craft everything anyway, so I would just slowly buy them. You don't have to buy everything in one day. You could divide it over the days because there's the daily goal for spending 300 diamonds. So if you buy one blueprint a day, for example, you would already get that back slowly. Don't buy everything in one day, obviously. But I recommend buying blueprints according to your tags in your story, or if your score is too low, you can check in here for maybe more blueprints that will help you out with the current story. Next up, I recommend buying extra moves in Fantasy Fair. They're 250 for 10 times. Depending on how important Fantasy Fair is to you and how much you want both of the items or the outfits. The season's about, I think, 70 days. And we only have a month left, and I have been buying extra moves like twice a week, I would say, and I have still 3 items I don't have yet, but the other ones I have completed, which I recommend doing buying extra move because the coins will also transfer over to the next season. So if you have these 2,000 left over this month and you don't spend them, they could just go over to the next outfit and you're going to be faster off. So it's not a waste. They're going to be there, and you can always also buy the classic mall item for the sign-up boots. So depending on how important Fancy Fair is to you, but these are 6-star items and it's kind of worth it to me, at least. Also because these won't come back for as we know right now. Sometimes they bring back outfits, but as we know right now they won't. So if you want this, I would recommend buying extra movement here. It's worth it to me. Now going over something I showed in my other diamond video, but if you've not seen it, I really recommend you buying the fashion pass and also the kitty bank if you haven't done that yet, because you get more back than you put in, and it's gonna come over time. Or if you, for example, already finished the whole fashion pass, you're gonna get the whole thing. So I would really recommend doing that because you get the diamonds back and a lot of more extra stuff. Sometimes there are paid outfits that go here on the top, which half of it's going to be paid and a part is going to be either diamonds or free. So they could be between 800 or 1500 diamonds, and they don't come back, or at least not for a long time as well. So I would recommend buying those because you're going to be getting an item that no one else is going to have that's going to start playing later, which is also going to build your wardrobe. And often these items have really good tags also in combination with the Fantasy Fair, so to me it's worth it, but they can be a little bit priced, so consider if you're going to want to use it or not. Again, weigh it off with the stores you're working on and the tags you could use. Next up is Crazy Lovecraft, which I really recommend buying. It's a really good value for what you get, and you get stamina. So if you buy this on a Saturday, you can get the double stamina event, and you can even get even more materials. So I recommend spending on this. So that was, I think, everything that I would spend on and not spend on. I hope I didn't miss anything. Let me know if you have any questions. Now we're going to be going over the coins and materials and how to spend that and how to preserve the most for your craft. So first up, we're having the companion gifts. To craft the gift, it costs 200 coins, and for the daily quest you need to craft 5 and gift 5. So I would recommend only doing those because I used to craft a lot and it would cost a lot of coins. I would always be out once I wanted to actually make the outfits. I was always focused on getting the materials but not looking at the coins, so I kept crafting stuff because I wanted to level them up, but I would recommend waiting on that. So only give to the stories that you're currently doing or you need to get to a certain level, and preferably only do 5 a day, or like only for the few companions that are in the story that you're doing right now, to preserve the coins for crafting outfits. So going over crafting outfits, it can be really expensive to craft, especially some dresses. So for example, this dress is gonna come back soon, and it costs a lot of materials. It costs 200 materials and 180 for leather and 26,000 coins, which is a lot. And what I don't prefer, but what Time Press is going to be doing is, since I think the last stamina event they made it timed, so you only have a small amount of time to craft these items, which is so rigged because they make it sound like you're getting all these free outfits, but as a free-to-play player to be spending this many materials on an outfit that you have to craft in a week, it's a lot of pressure. So don't feel pressure to complete everything. Go for like your favorite things. I would say the dress or the hair. That's what I always do, at least. Don't feel pressure to put everything in here. Consider if you want to complete these outfits or you prefer just continuing the story, because this is gonna slow down your progress. It's really important that you keep an eye out on the Saturday event, so really save everything up for that day, spend everything, so you can double the materials, but you also get double the coins and double the experience. So you're gonna level real fast, you're gonna get more coins, so really hoard up for the weekends and then spend everything so you can get more out of it. Another thing for spending coins I would recommend is buying items that are discounted. You're always gonna need those, and it's gonna save you a lot of coins in the long run. I wouldn't buy them full price because you might want to rush with the dress and buying all the leather that you can see every time you log in, but at the same time you won't have enough coins to actually make the outfit. So I would only buy the discounted one. Discounts for clothing and for the consumables if they're discounted. And then last but not least, you have the redemption code that you can fill in here if you find any codes either in-game or somewhere online. I would recommend not putting them in here because it will automatically claim it. But if you go to this website where you can put in your IGG code and the code to claim, it will go to your mailbox instead, which you can save up to 29 days, and then you can just claim everything on Saturday, at least the things with stamina on it. So again, you can use the stamina to get more items, so just maximize on getting the most on Saturday because it really will boost your gameplay. So that was the whole video. I will put the link to the website where you can redeem the code down below. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope this is really helpful, especially now that the free quote outfits are also kind of really hard to get as a free to play, especially because there's time limits or diamond limits. Really focus on if you want to get the most items or if you want to complete the stories. I would say try and read stories because that's like the most fun part, next to the dressing up of course, but the more you play the more you're gonna gain, so I would just recommend reading through everything. So I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it really means a lot to me. I hope you have a great day, and please let me know if there's anything you would like to see in the future. I will definitely take it into consideration, and I hope you all have a nice day. So see you later, bye.